What's up, y'all? Let's go a little higher on that. What's up, y'all? Today is 420 and all the reasons 420, ha 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 ha, hooray, Hitler's birthday, also Harris Whittle's birthday. But it's been sitting heavy on my mind for a long time because this 420 last year is it was the night before Riley went into detox. And I was just leaving work, and I think Mama contacted me, and Riley had basically told them that they needed to go to this detox, and they'd been, on drugs and had a problem and needed to get clean. And so I came over after work, and basically to be with them, and also just to be around Riley so they're not alone and get the urge to use or to, And so I was there with them, and we had a really nice evening, actually. I was really glad to be able to be there, and it was the first ever cry for help, I guess, related to drugs from them that I remember. They had times when they felt like they had marijuana addiction and wanted to stop that, and I would support them in that way. But this is the first time that I really, my eyes were opened to, that was when they told me that they had been using stimulants, and, it was a big thing. Which was really intense and really scary, and I was so proud and brave of them for reaching out to us and pushing through any of the shame and any of the things that might stop them, and to know they were in a bad position. And so I'm thinking about this, especially now, obviously now, because a little less than 4 months later, they'd be dead. And I think this is big for me because, I've talked a lot about this, and I actually want to, here's a little brief aside. I really want to shout out my friend Katie. 1, because she's awesome. 2, because she's cool. But 3, because we were hanging out on Tuesday, and I was just driving her in the car, and she's great at this, but I had been talking about something, and something reminded me of Riley, and so I brought them up, which I want to do. I do it a lot. But I kind of have been doing it less frequently lately. I think partially because I have this fear, basically what Katie said is, do you think about Riley all the time? And it wasn't in a judgmental way. It wasn't in that was weird, are you okay? But it was her just seeing me, and it was really special and a really appreciated moment, because I was like, yes, I am. And I think I have this fear that I've been, perseverating. I think that's the word. I don't even know how I know that word, but I think it's when you keep going and going and going and going and going. And because I think about Riley all the time, and because every single movie makes me think of Riley in some way, in the themes, and it feels like every movie is about death and grief, because they kind of are. But then there's also just a straight up lot of dead brothers in movies, which I guess also makes sense. There's got to be way more dead brothers than dead sisters in the history of cinema. That's some Bechdel test stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I do think about Riley all the time. And I think I do have a little bit of ooh, I don't know if I want to show that, because are people going to be extra worried about me? But at this point, those thought patterns and all the grief and all the guilt and all the just hard memories that come up are so familiar at this point. with like 7 months of grieving, I think. To where, anyway, Katie asking that was really lovely because she wasn't shying away from where I'm at, and I just really appreciated it. Because, yeah, I think I do. It's been a hard time, obviously, and I've made all these videos and I've shared very openly, and maybe sometimes a little bit I'm like, oh gosh, am I being like so vulnerable? Oh, everyone is just seeing like this intense pain, and sometimes I'm like worried that I'm gonna put it onto other people, or like this is intense stuff and people have gone through similar deals. Like I don't want to trigger anyone. But like I said from the get go, like I need to talk about this, and people have really appreciated it. And on the internet, if you don't want to see something, like you don't have to, and that's totally fine. But I just have little cautiousness and and it's just hard. Like I don't need to feel compelled to do this just because I think I need to share with the world. It's more I have all these thoughts, and this is helpful for me to process. But I really do feel it. Like it's been wild on Instagram. I can see like how many hours any of my reels have been posted, and it's incredible. Like you guys are really seeing me and watching me, and I hope it doesn't feel weird or uncomfortable for you, because that's not my intention. Like I am kind of a shy private person, which is funny saying that to this video that people are probably going to watch like so long, even though I feel like I'm just rambling out of nowhere, which I am. But that's been the whole thing this whole time. And that's also been a thing when Riley was still alive. And I've already talked about the ways that my art and my sharing and my creation is connected to Riley. And it wasn't all for that. Like, I'm also just doing this for fun, and it's my own thing. But because I knew it was something that could help, like it's become imbued with this physical and spiritual meaning for me that I think has been feeling overwhelming, because it's like just weird, the spectacle of being so visible and sharing so openly and going through heartbreak. Like if the reality show writers wrote this one, like it's been quite the doozy. But yeah, it's 420, and I think one of the hard things about when you help someone with something is if it doesn't work out. Like Riley being dead isn't good. It's really bad. And because I was involved in like being there and helping, that's like being closer can make you feel closer to that guilt. And even though like I've talked about it a little, and it's like so overwhelming that it's hard to talk about, but there were so many truly like heroic, loving moments that I saw every single person in my whole family come forward and be able to support Riley and really be bold and be brave and to face the whole situation with love and to respect Riley's autonomy and their needs and the fact that they're an adult, and put up boundaries, and really it's a lot, and it's so overwhelming that I almost like, I don't know. And I think probably like, I don't know, all of us, it's just so hard when something happens like this, because all the people I love most in the world are also struggling, and it's really, really hard. And even though no one said this, but sometimes I have worried, like, oh, I don't want to, if someone's having a really bad day and watching my video makes them more sad. But that's also kind of silly. Everyone's told me they appreciate it. And if they don't want to watch it, that's fine. This is my space, and I can say what I want. But yeah, it's a hard day, and I think the guilt, like I know conceptually that I like didn't kill Riley, but that's not what the unconscious mind wants to go to sometimes. And I'm just trying to let it be there and let it sit there, but let it pass. And I think I have been improving, and just feeling better. RE, the guilt. And I know Riley wouldn't want me to be feeling that. So that's always nice, especially because they're dead. If I want something to work out, I just say, oh, Riley would have liked that. It's kind of a cool cheat code. Thank you, Riley. But yeah, it's 420 and I miss Riley a lot. And BJ is being silly. Hello. And I'm so fucking pissed that Riley never got to meet BJ because they love cats, and I'm a little upset I didn't get him before. But that's all right. He always sees ghosts, the way that cats do. And a lot of times it's right by my Riley shrine. So I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but Riley did. And so they're definitely being a little playful and haunting me. And I'm just a crazy grieving guy. All right. Bye.